operating table now. We've got the Savage. Basically, what's going on real quick with this, I'm going to remove everything from it. I'm going to take the XL chassis off, and I'm going to put the FLM extended TVP chassis to see how that looks on it before I make the decision as to which TVP I want to use. And then maybe next week I'm going to go ahead and do the mods as far as the fuel tanks and the servo mod for the FLM chassis. I have the parts to do that. So yeah, that's where we're going. Also, I'm waiting on a pull start conversion for my Losi 454 motor. I'm gonna drop that motor here in the Savage and see how that runs. Mainly because I have a setup with a pipe already for that. It's a pretty powerful setup, and I'm going to use this dynamite pipe on another ride.
Hey guys, so I'm just sitting here working on the Savage, getting it fixed up, putting this Fastlane machine TVP on as well as some of the other stuff, and I just wanted to let you guys see what the progress looks like as far as tearing down the Savage and rebuilding it. I'm not doing much to the shocks or the diffs because frankly I've just rebuilt them with new oils probably one run ago, one tank. So we're probably good on that. I've got the big bores out, but I think I'm going to stick with the old 8 shocks first. That's why I bought this extended TVP in the first place. So I'm going to stick with the 8 shock setup. I've got the Losi 454 motor sitting there, getting ready to put it together after I get this front end put back together. You can see I've got the aluminum Integy shock tower on it. And I've got the other rear end back over here getting ready to be worked on next. So as well as the aluminum shock towers, we've got the extended TVP from Fastlane Machines. Underneath that, it looks like I've got the motor plate. Under that is the skid plate. And here's the other shock tower I'm going to put on the rear part of the Savage. And then over here you guys can see these are just pieces that came with the chassis, screws and blocks. And these are the servo mounts for the conversion, for the servo conversion. This is a cool part that I'm happy to get. This is a steering link. Aluminum steering brace. So the Savage's handling is, okay, but hopefully that'll do a little something. I just got an extra TVP brace down here, and then this is the servo plate right there for the conversion. So other than that, you guys basically see that's what we have going on. I will shoot you guys the rest of it here in a little bit. Oh, we do have a new gas tank for it. So I'm also going to put the new gas tank on, and obviously it's not the mid tank conversion. I'm gonna mess with that next week, which would be tomorrow. So all right guys, I'll let you guys see it after I get started on the rear end. Also, you guys can see here that I've got the new front and rear bumpers and front and rear skid plates, so that should make it look nice and neat when it's done. Also, it'd be nice to have these new shock tower tops, so nothing will be really scratched up. Yeah, it should look pretty good. The only real damage down here I have is some scrapes on my front arms, but who cares with that, you know what I mean? That just means I'm driving it around and actually using it.
Okay, so we've made some progress during the Denver Broncos win over the Steelers today in the NFL playoffs. Kind of happy about that. Go ahead and show you guys what I got going on. You guys can see I've got the front end done here. It's got the new Integy aluminum shock tower, and I also put on new bumper and skid plate in the fronts, and new shock tower there, piece top of the shock tower anyways. So there's the front end. As you guys already know, the same. Not much else different. You can see it's got the aluminum Integy shock tower, new bumper, new skid plate underneath. Kind of hard to see, but yeah, look at that. No scratches. Anyways, you know, as cheap as those things are, I figured I would go ahead and replace them. Also, real quick, we've got the aluminum steering link, and that's pretty nice. I really like that. Hopefully that helps a little bit more control. This is the old one here, this plastic one. So it's nice. You can see how thick the plastic one was as opposed to this aluminum one. So anyway, a little bit lighter maybe. I don't know. Plastic both feels a little bit about the same. But anyway, I think that I'll like it better. We'll see. Anyway, guys, that's where we're going. I'm gonna go ahead and get this chassis put together and see if I can't show you guys a almost complete Savage with a TVP upgrade. Alright, real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the steering aluminum steering linkage inside the front end here. You can kind of see it right there. Nice. Anyway, so hopefully that will help us out with our steering on the Savage. So anyway, guys, there it is. Pretty cool. Aluminum steering brace. I'll let you guys know how it is. In the meantime, we'll go ahead and get this chassis put together.
Okay, so we've got most of the front end done and the transmission and motor plate installed. As I stated before, I'm waiting on some clutch shoes for my Losi 454 that I'm going to be putting into this Savage. So for now, I'm basically going to have it complete and leave the engine and pipe out of it, and then I will put that on next week when the new shoes come in. So basically, I'm just going to go ahead and pop this rear end on and hook up the linkage and everything, and it should be ready to go when I get those clutch shoes and I can pop the engine in. And finally, this is pretty much the finished product of the Savage. I didn't do the fuel tank mod or the servo mod. I just wanted to get used to messing with the TVPs from Fast Lead Machines. Now that I'm familiar with it, I will go ahead and do those mods this coming week. But I'm really happy with the way it turned out. We got the Losi 454 dropped in there with the Losi pipe, and it's looking good. The new gas tank over here. It's got new bumpers, new front skid plates, new rear skid plates. And there's the Fast Lane Machines skid plate. Pretty nice. Alright guys, well, I hope you like the Savage, how it's coming along, and look forward to showing you guys a little bit more of what's in store coming up this week.